Hi, welcome to my project Bazaar.com. Let us see the demo of the system. This is a project title, a novel and lightweight system to secure wireless medical sensor network. This is the abstract of the paper. First of all, wireless medical sensor networks is one of the important technology in the e-healthcare. In the e-healthcare, patient health parameters are collected by the sensors. The sensors may be an implantable or wearable one, but the major issue is security and privacy policies because of the resource constraints. In practicality, there is a high demand for good security and privacy policies. So here we proposed a secure and lightweight system for medical sensor networks. In this, two techniques are used. First one is a hash chain based key updating mechanism. Second one is proxy protected signature technique. In the first technique, each time the data transmission from the sensor to the medical server, the hash key gets updated. Because of this, the opponent cannot be able to retrieve the information and cannot be able to inject the polluted data into the original data. Second thing is a proxy protected signature technique. This technique is helpful when the users want to access the information from the medical server. During registration itself, the medical server returns the proxy protected signature to the user. Using the proxy protected signature alone, the user can able to access the data in the medical server. These two techniques are helpful to achieve the efficient and secure transmission and fine-grained data access control. These two techniques are implemented using the symmetric key encryption and decryption simple hash operations. This is the DFP of our system. Enter into the system, there may be two types of users. One is a doctors who want to access the information from the medical server. Other one is a sensor who sends the patient information to the medical server. If it is a sensor, it first collects the patient health information with the hash chain based key. Afterwards, it requests the controller. The controller accepts its request, then it sends the patient information to the server by using the updated hash chain based key updating mechanism. It is a one-way process. Next, another one is a user. The user is nothing but a doctor. He wants to access the patient health information from the medical server. If it is a new user, he should get registered. During registration, the server returns the proxy signature key to the doctors. Using the proxy signature key alone, he gets authenticates afterwards. If it is already registered user, he gets authenticated using the proxy signature key. During the process of the proxy signature key authentication, he is first send the request to the server. The server is nothing but the controller. He authenticates the key with the medical server, the key which is already stored in that server. Afterwards, if the key matches, it sends the required data to the doctors who is a user. If it rejects the request, means it does not send any information to the doctors. Now we are going to see the demo of our system. This explains our process in a simpler way. This is a patient area network. It consists of number of sensors. These sensors send information to the medical server via controller. The controller accepts the request of the patient area network, then sends the information to the medical server. In the next process, the doctors want to access the information of the patient. So he also requests the controller. If the controller accepts his request, he accesses the information from the medical server. This is the main thing. First one is a patient area networks. The patient area networks consists of the number of sensors. Here we, for example, we consist of 3 patient area networks. In the first step, we should initialize our system. These are all the parameters which are helpful for the key generation. First, these values are mainly used for the key generation. Here one public key and private key is generated automatically. These informations are successfully stored. Then we are going to enter the patient information. That information is from the sensor to the medical server transformation. Here we have to enter the patient information. This is considered as a sensor. Then patient name. Then process. These are all the parameters of the patient. Then save the information temporarily. Next, we have to request the controller. This is a controller which is nothing but a server. First, we have to enter the port number. Then start the server. Next, we have to run the client. In the client, we have to enter the IP address of the server. Then we have to enter the port number which is called by the server. Then connect to this server. Then request the server. If the request is accepted by the server, it receives the response and get into the network. First of all, view the information of the patients. These informations are viewed here and the new key is generated using the hash function. This is a hash updation technique. First of all, the old key is already stored in the database. Now the new key is generated. It is totally different from the older key. Then save this information into the medical server. Successfully stored. Second process is view process. The patient health information are viewed by the doctors. So the authentication is here. If it is a doctor is new here, so he should register first. He should enter the hospital ID, then doctor ID, doctor name, password for authentication. Then here is a proxy key generation for this particular doctor. By using this proxy key generation, he again entered into the system. These are all the values previously calculated at the system initialization phase. This is a proxy key which is generated for this particular user. Then register successfully. Again, this user is want to enter into the system. He should authenticate it using this proxy key. Then sign in. Now request the server. Here we have to enter the port number. Then start the server. Here we have to enter the IP address. Then enter the port number which is entered by the server. Then connect, then request the server. If the server accepts this request and give the response, and you are authenticated. The server authenticates the doctor. And then enter the patient area network which we want to see. Then enter the patient ID. The details of the patient is showed here. So the informations are viewed like this. The doctor just alone see the information, patient skills parameters alone. If they want to show it in a graphical manner, just like this. In a graphical manner, they display the details. This is the patient information viewed by the doctors. Thank you.